Long as you're happy, you're always gonna grin. You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. Never gonna lose, never gonna win. Long as you're happy, you're always gonna grin. You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. Hey, we're live. That's my new ident. I don't know whether you like it or not, but anyway, I've got Katherine, and Katherine wanted this song. Oh, hang on. Wasn't like that in rehearsal, was it? Tiger Lily moved to the city. She just turned 21, and I said, here's my number. Hit me up if you're needing anyone. And I could be anyone, 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 anyone for you. I could be anyone, 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 anyone. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be a light. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light, be your light. Be your light. There we go.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. Hello, Katherine. How the devil are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Excellent. What a glorious day. So, first question I always ask everybody is, why did you pick that song?
Oh, because George is amazing. He's just, he lifts me up. He reminds me of sitting in the car, windows down, really hot, belting out his tunes in the summer. Love it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. No, it's just a great fun music. And we did, when Shotgun first came out, I turned around to the guys in the band. I'm in a band, and I turned around to the guys in the band. I said, guys, we got to do this, got to do this song. And they go, oh, really? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we did it. It was the hit of the summer. And every time we played it, everybody absolutely loved it. So no, absolutely superb. So you use LinkedIn, Katherine?
I do use LinkedIn.
Excellent. So how long have you been on LinkedIn?
Well, I didn't even know you could check.
That's cool, isn't it?
It's so cool. April 2008.
Wow.
I know.
That's eons ago.
I know. It's because I did recruitment. So back in the day, I joined to do recruitment. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that long.
Oh, fantastic. So saying we've got 6 people watching, and I can't see any of them, and I can't see any comments yet. So if you're watching and you've got some comments, please come in, because I did this show. I did a live show yesterday, and I didn't get any comments, and so I thought I was broadcasting to myself, and then when I turned it all off, there's all these lovely comments. I'm like, oh no! So if you are there, please comment, because it would be great to have some interaction. So yeah. 2008. That is eons ago. That's before I was on it.
Yeah. Ooh,
so yeah. But it's been around a long time, and I don't think if you're not in those places, you're not going to know about it. And if you're in recruitment, then obviously you would have been a really early adopter. Yeah. So no, cool. So you're using it totally differently now.
Completely differently, and I really like. Oh, hi, Richard. I really enjoy using it. I really enjoy using it. Whereas before, it was a massive chore doing it for recruitment, trolling through, trying to find candidates, and I wouldn't post. I would just look for people. It was just a very different place. But yeah, now I use it for my business. And it's the only thing I use for social media wise. It's the only thing I'm using for my business as well.
No, cool. We're going to come on to what you do, but just tell us what you do right now, because then that makes us sort of like think, well, why are you using LinkedIn and not any other platform? Because hey, surely you should be using TikTok.
Yeah, so I'm a small business coach and consultant. So I help people grow their business and maintain balance in their life. So my people are here because I work with service-based small businesses, and this is where you all are.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is the point of going on TikTok or anywhere else? Hi, Michael. Hi, Richard. That's very kind of you to say hello. I was just getting sort of like comment and whatever, the anxiety or whatever it is. And I've still got George Ezra running across the bottom. Wonderful that he is. But if you've got any questions, then please put some questions in there for us, and we'll answer those later. So what is it you like about LinkedIn then, Katherine?
So I'm a people person. So I love that I can talk to people and connect with people and just get different thoughts and ideas. And it's really weirdly, so you'll know this, but I did your workshop. And before I did your workshop, I saw it as very transactional and like a really hard thing to do. And I don't know, I just didn't see it as a place where people are. So I was just, to go on it was such a chore. And so then I did your workshop thinking, I need some help. And do you know what? You did one thing. I know I've told you this, but you did one thing that just light bulb and switched. You said, if you went to a networking meeting, if somebody said something interesting, would you do this to them? Or would you comment? And I was like, oh yes. I can be a real human on LinkedIn. I can talk to people and connect, and that changed. Just a switch. So I love it now.
It is hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, the amount of people that actually do that to me, I've got the angle wrong, but they do that to me because that's the only way I can convey that. And I feel stupid doing it. But brilliant. It really does make that point, doesn't it? Because you would never, ever, ever, or the other one.
Yeah. Smiley.
Yeah, absolutely. Richard's probably blushing because he's got your video. You did a beautiful video saying how lovely the workshop is, and he's putting them together for me. So this might prompt him now. He's been away celebrating a birthday. So Merlin's watching as well. You're very kind. Thank you, Merlin, and thank you. Okay. All right. So you love this you've got this new love for LinkedIn now. All right, please don't tell me you're on it all day. How long do you spend on LinkedIn?
An hour maximum.
Right. Okay.
So I'm real process. Because I'm work part time. I know we'll come to this later, but I work part time. I have to be really focused with my time, and so I schedule in LinkedIn time, and I'm really intentional when I go on, so that I don't get stuck in the scroll and waste my time on there because it's so easy to do.
Absolutely. And the trouble is, if you come on at around about 12:30 on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, then you get sucked into this, and that's another 15 minutes you're not going to get back. So we've got to make it good for everybody that's watching. Hi, Paul, and hi, Tricia. Thanks for this lovely comment. So do you have a specific time that you do that content?
So predominantly it tends to be in the morning, but really I fit it in around other stuff that's happening in the day. So when I've got client work, or I fit it in going for a walk and doing other things. So I just slot it in the day when it's convenient, predominantly in the morning. But I don't time it for when I'm not into algorithms and stuff. I just do it to make sure that I go.
Yeah, no, good for you. Good for you. So here's the killer question. Do you get business as a result of your activity on LinkedIn?
Yes, I do. Yes,
boom.
I do. Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, there is no point, I suppose, really. But then it's nice to meet people and see what other people are doing. And this is why I do this show, because I'm really nosy and I want to know a little bit more about all these amazing people that are on it.
I do agree with you, but I only do LinkedIn for my business, and I love meeting people and networking. But if I didn't have my business, I wouldn't come on LinkedIn. So for me, it is meeting people and having those relationships and learning, but as part of my business, and ultimately to get clients and pay the bills.
No, absolutely perfect. So small business coach, meet small business coach. So yeah, we both do the same thing, but tell us a little bit more about what you do and who you do it for and how you help people.
So predominantly I actually work with women. It just seems to be they're my ideal client. And so it's service-based businesses who, it could be any service. Maybe they run their business on their own. They might have a small team. And what I do is, my superpower is working strategically and then turning that into process and plans and action. And I also have experience with running a business, operations, and growing a team. And so I combine all of that to help women grow their business, but making sure that they're doing it strategically with the right structures and systems in place, taking consistent action, but also always in the back of their mind what it is they actually want to achieve. Because I think when we set up a business, you can get sucked in of just running a business and you can forget, okay, actually, what am I doing here? What is it that I want to do? So that's what I do.
Fantastic. And we were just chatting before we came live, and we were talking about a post that I saw the other day of a young gentleman posting a picture of his car in a car park. It was all dark, and the post went something along the lines of, if you want to smash it in business, you've got to work all the hours under the sun. And your face was a picture, and you're still shaking your head now. So I set my business up purely so that I could do it in a few days rather than work 5 days a week for the man, and that's how it should be, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. But that's not what lots of people on social media and people who are successful tell us. And I think we can get sucked up looking at what other people's version of success is rather than concentrating on actually what success means for us. And I think as a single mom who runs a business, I have to be, my version of success is making sure that I'm making good money, yes, but also that I can do things I enjoy and that I can be there for my children. That for me is success, and it's success in business and life. And I think sometimes we forget that life and business, they mesh together and both of them are important. So yeah, it's not working. You can have a successful business. You don't have to work yourself into the ground, burn out and be unhappy.
No, so I've recently set my business up, as you know, and I work a lot with accountants, and one of them called me out on it, and they turned around to me and said, "You said you were never going to set your own business up." And the only reason I was never going to do that is because I was working with so many different accountants, and they were so stressed out and working so many hours that they were working harder than all of their team and harder than they worked when they were working for big organizations. And you sort of like, this is wrong. This is so wrong. And this is why I work with them and help them to see the light, but put things in place.
Yeah, completely. And so I burnt out twice within my working career. The first one when I was in corporate, massively burnt out, and so then I had to readjust. I got a new job that was part-time, fitted me best, and made some changes there. And then again when I set up my business, so I'm now in my second business because I burnt out from my first one, because I just went into it in the wrong way, and I was working all the hours, and I was successful because I made some really good money, but I was really stressed and I wasn't spending time with my girls, and it just wasn't right. And I burnt out. And so I've set up this second business, learning from all of the stuff I did wrong, because it was a lot, but that's okay. Not a failure. I learned. And that actually, I've discovered you totally can run a successful business in balance with life. It's just making sure you've got your priorities right and knowing what is really important in your life and making sure you make time for it.
And boundaries?
Yeah. Oh God, all boundaries. Yeah.
Set some decent boundaries. Richard's got an amazing question here. Okay. He's interested in your former life as a recruiter. Was it or is it the case that people fail to get shortlisted for jobs because they haven't properly curated their LinkedIn profiles? What a great question.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's about LinkedIn profile. No, the thing is, you look for a combination of everything. So
sure.
Whatever they're submitting, the CV and what they're saying, if there's a covering letter or application, and then you stalk them on LinkedIn and see what's on there and you make sure it's matched up. But if they've got a terrible profile, that wouldn't make me discount somebody, because not everybody knows how to write a profile. It's the same with a CV. Not everybody knows how to write a CV well. So you don't want to discount somebody just for that. So it's one of those, being a recruiter is a bit like a detective. You're just constantly looking for all the little clues that add up to the big picture. So yeah, I don't think a LinkedIn profile is everything. It's of course important because it might make you stand out. And, when a recruiter looks at it, you might think, wow, they're incredible. Look what they've put on there. And you might go to, higher up the pile, but it wouldn't necessarily discount you, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I think I might have a customer for you.
Oh, yes.
so someone here is getting sucked into it right now. And it is so easy to get sucked in. And so when I first started my business, It was purely an accident because wifey said, you're not going to go and work for anybody else. And I said, that's fine. But I only want to do, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She said, oh, that's great. I said, yeah, but I've got to start off working all of these hours because I can't just start and only do 3 days a week. So we made a compromise. And so I don't work Friday afternoons. And I may have made one phone call or had one call in the 10 months that I've been doing it, but I always finish at lunchtime on a Friday. I've set those boundaries straight away. And I've taken on clients that want a Friday morning meeting, but I've warned them that one day they may have to move it. And
And I think that's one of the things, is starting off the way that you want to continue. So I work part-time because I want to make sure that when I pick my girls up from school, not on my screen, or I'm not just saying just a second. That's really, really important to me. So I work within school hours, but also on a Friday, because I'm a single mum, I don't always get to see my friends. And so on a Friday, I keep that as kind of like a loose day. I can do some work if I want. I take no client calls, no business calls. It's a day I can work on my business. But also if my friend calls me and says, do you want to go out for lunch? I can go and do that.
You can be a lady that lunches.
I can be a lady what lunches.
Yes. winning at life, Catherine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I do, but I genuinely think, like you say, if you have the right boundaries, you can shape your business how you want. And I structure my services so that it fits in the hours that I work and what I do. And I'm upfront with my clients. So I work with them over Voxer, which is like WhatsApp, and we do voice notes over Voxer. They know that I will reply between 9:30 and 3:30, and outside of those hours, they will not get a reply because I'm not working in those times. And as long as you tell people that those are your boundaries, that's how you work, then it's okay.
Well, because of what you're doing though and how you're helping people, that's sort of like great, because you're actually practicing what you preach.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Paul's got another great question here. Where is it? There it is. What's the best thing you do now on LinkedIn that you didn't do in 2008?
Oh, wow. Loads of things.
First thing would be on your phone, wouldn't it? Because you wouldn't have been able to do that then.
That's true. But do you know what? I don't use LinkedIn on my phone. And I do have the app on there just in case, because we all, just in case. But it's hidden away, so I use it on my desktop. But what do I do now? But I post for one. I try to start conversations and interact with people. I actually, and I know you don't always recommend this, I do sales posts, which don't get the engagement, but the lurkers see them and then they contact me. So for me, it's the mix of doing the engaging posts, the fact-finding posts, and then the sales posts. But yeah, different from, back in 2008, it was so wildly different. Yeah,
no, perfect. That's great. So Richard said thank you. That's a great answer. So that's awesome. And so Claire said, I think it's great to review what success means for us as individuals. For me, it's a life balance. And that is the most important thing, isn't it, Claire? I've had long conversations with Claire about this as well, because where she was and where she is now.
Yeah.
And it is important.
God, it's so the first thing that I do with all the clients I work with is we set out what your version of success is. And that's for your business, but also for your life. What does it look like? How does it feel? And then we create the strategy. So the first thing is, what do you want to achieve? Then the strategy to make it happen. And it's so important to do business and life, because otherwise everything becomes business.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many hours a week do you currently work, and does that work for you?
So I would say on average, I work, it probably does work out about 25 to 30 hours. And
Perfect.
Yeah, it works perfectly for me. Yeah.
No, that's the way to do it. So what challenges have you got in your business then, Katherine?
So my challenges have been around my messaging and my marketing, and just making sure that I know how I can communicate with people what it is that I actually can do and help them do. And I've been working on that a lot for the last couple of months, and it's really evolving at the moment, but it feels like it's kind of landing in the right place. But that's definitely the biggest challenge.
Okay. And so what is your message? Let everybody know what your message is then.
So it's, I can help you grow a successful business whilst maintaining balance in life.
Yeah. So you don't have to be like that young man in the car park.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes me so sad.
I know who he is. I'll give you his number. You can give him a shout.
Yeah, give him a call.
So I've got one more question for you, but
Yes.
before that, I need to say who I've got on next week, and I have actually got a living legend with me next week, somewhere down here. There he is, a young man by the name of John Esperian. He is a relentlessly helpful LinkedIn nerd, really, really good guy. What he doesn't know about LinkedIn is not worth knowing. So I am so looking forward to having a chat with him next week.
Amazing.
It's been delightful having you, Katherine. So my final question to you is, what tip would you give your 16-year-old self?
So I would, the tip I'd give myself is to maintain and value friendships. When times are tough, they're super important. And as life changes happen, it's really important to maintain those friendships. That's what I would.
I love that. I love that. I love the question because it gets everybody thinking. So thank you. I really love that answer. That is absolutely wonderful. You've been delightful, Katherine. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's been lovely chatting to you. Thank you for inviting me.
It's good. I look forward to my Tuesdays, and thanks everybody for lovely comments. Lovely to see comments coming in the thing again. So that's good. So yeah. So I will be back here next week at whatever time I said it was, 12:30. Are you joining us for the alumni group on Thursday morning?
I can't make it. I've got something else on. Otherwise, I definitely would have. Would have.
I'll have to do another one, won't I? Anyway, lovely to see you. Thanks everybody for joining us, and see you all. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.